Perfect. Get comfortable. Right. Well, Kenneth, welcome to the Dorset podcast studio.
Thank you very much.
Isn't it? So, tell me about yourself. As your your partner has Parkinson's. How's life been? Routines, everything like that.
Okay. Well, it all began, I suppose, about 5 years ago when Pat fell over. And at first we thought she damaged her hips, which were replacement hips and all that.
Yeah.
And she wasn't particularly well. And as time went on, we went and saw various doctors, and eventually she was diagnosed as having Parkinson's, which was a complete surprise to both of us, because we thought she just got maybe a damaged hip.
Yeah.
In fact, it turned out to be a cracked pelvis, but we didn't know that.
Yeah.
Neither did the docs. But from then on, the investigation into Parkinson's began and proceeded fairly slowly, I suppose. And the medication began, and restrictions began to appear in the way we led our lives and whatever, inevitably.
Yeah.
Helped or improved, I suppose, by the medication that was being offered at the time.
Yeah.
But then slowly she seemed to develop not exactly a resistance to the medication. It didn't seem to have as much effect as perhaps we would have hoped.
Yeah.
And some of the symptoms of Parkinson's are becoming more obvious.
Yeah.
More demanding in a way, I suppose, which needed allowances being made for them and so forth. And that started to change the pattern of our lives.
Oh, really?
I think. And in the end, we just sort of said, okay, we'll live with this. This is the way things are going to be, and hope it really doesn't get much worse. But then the more we learned about Parkinson's, the more obvious it became that there would be a steady decline of capabilities and performance and this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And state of mind as well, I think, comes into that. So
did you
continual adjustment process, really?
So how did you adjust, like life before Parkinson's?
Certainly we go out less, and principally because there's a limitation on now, particularly on her walking. Before we could walk a bit, the amount of walking has been reduced. That's really stopped the pattern of holidays we were beginning to develop, where we'd perhaps go on a boat for a trip once a year or something, but inevitably the boat trips would tend to have a walking bit involved in them somewhere. So that began to become a bit of a consideration. So that the holiday pattern changed. Daily routine at home had to be adjusted to accommodate a much slower approach to things. She's fundamentally unable to do what she wanted to do. I mean, she used to be a great quilting expert, which is a lot of fine work with needlework, using a sewing machine continuously, and making very large quilts and whatever, which was a great joy for her. And that's become difficult because of the hand control and this sort of thing. And really, although she occasionally will sit down and try and do some sewing now and then, but it's very much reduced in extent. So there was that. She tends to be reluctant to push into doing exercise and things, and all this while as much encouragement as I can give her for that. But it's a mental state there, I think, where because of Parkinson's, it's a bit of an obstacle to overcome. And I think coming here has been a tremendous boost. Because she's in a group which is all doing the same thing, and there's an incentive here, which is perhaps not as strong when we're on our own. A lot of changes.
Like this week, like it's good to see people come together as a group than individuals. Everyone's got their story. Everyone's got their stories. Everyone's got their weaknesses, and it's been great to see. Like the weather's been fantastic. So I feel like Pat, especially, she's came out of her shell a lot more. It's great to see. Like even she's not using the stick.
That has been a huge, huge leap forward, literally leap, but a step forward. That she was discouraged from using the stick.
Yeah.
Because it had become a bit of a mental prop as well as a physical prop, I think.
Yeah.
And she would resort to the stick if she felt a little bit tottery, rather than trying to, the way I interpreted what was going, to trying to overcome it.
100%.
Immense difficulty, I would
100%.
think, trying to do that. But one other major feature of our lives is that I've had to learn to cook.
That's
difficult. I have a pile of cookery books by a cooker you've never seen the like of. I have to admit, she's a very good guinea pig.
Oh, yeah.
Puts up with some of my mistakes.
These
One
are
or two
times.
successes, but boy.
That's it.
But that's your relationship. You know, you've been together for how many years? You've been together for?
Bloody! I suddenly realised that this is our 55th year of married life.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I said.
See? Yeah.
It's incredible. Yeah. And you're
still
together. These.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Oh, she's rude to me sometimes.
Yeah. Oh God.
This all comes out now, all the secrets.
Yeah. We'll perhaps stop that bit there.
Yeah, maybe.
No, you might get yourself in trouble.
Trouble is having two very strong-minded daughters as well.
Yeah.
God alive.
Oh no sons.
My son and I just sort of sit back. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's fantastic to have you on here. One thing I'd say is, what's the biggest take home you've took from this trip?
I think a change in her state of mind. I think because she's been advised. No, that's the wrong word. She's now realised, I think, that she can do things, whereas before she convinced herself that she couldn't.
Yeah.
And I think with the encouragement of Francesca and Nicola and the others and everybody, you know, it's really helped to get past that stage, and because things were not getting better at all mentally, I don't think.
It's just aches and pains.
This has opened it up a bit, and that is a boon. If we can carry on at the level of the plateau we're on now, that will be a huge achievement. Hope.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.